Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the best deck in Shadowverse. I have a 100% win rate with it in Master after playing it twice, so I'm pretty sure I can confidently claim it's the best. There's no way to beat it, and it pretty much plays itself, but I wanted to show it to you guys so I could take full credit, so let's get started. We want to head straight into the deck creation screen. Make sure to pick viable faction number 1 of 2 for this one. This deck is pretty straightforward, it plays no pathetic cards, and it's only around 12,000 vials. We're going to start with the required Hamsa, as he's no mere duck, and one of our win conditions. Add in some Levi's so we don't get the pop-up telling us he's required later. Add a 1 of Flame and Glass to give the deck some flavor, some salt and pepper if you will. Toss in a Merlin just to raise the cost of the deck. Put in a Fate's Hand so we can draw the entire deck for free. A 1 of Fiery Embrace to match the burning passion we have for this game. And a Dimension Shift so we can use more emotes than our opponent. Now, the rest of the deck doesn't actually matter. You picked Runecraft and have your Hamsas and Levi's, so I'm just going to hit the auto-complete button at this point. Make sure you name it something that reminds you how fun ladder is so you don't forget, and pick your favorite sleeves. And there we go, we should be ready for ladder. If you chose to hit the auto-complete button like I did, you should have gotten something close to this. If you didn't, I would suggest going back and re-rolling for it. You'll get it eventually, I believe in you. Queue up for whatever part of ranked ladder that the sorting hat randomly assigned to you, and wait for your first victim. In the mulligan, try to keep the highest vial amount you can, as that will usually result in the better hand. I have a hand worth 4,000, so I think it's fine to keep the Wind Blast here. On turn 4, we're going to play Levi and bounce him back, just to show our opponent that we have him. This can sometimes scare them into surrendering, but we can't evolve Levi yet, so he can't unleash his Bankai. Our opponent is also using the play no card strategy to buff his Slifer the Red Dragon, but since Levi can kill anything in the game, he hopefully won't play it. I'm just gonna fast forward through the boring mid-game here. It doesn't really matter, you can just go get a snack or something while the deck plays itself. On the side, I like to fire up Fire Emblem Heroes, which actually also has an auto battle function. It's actually not as good as the one in Shadowverse because it doesn't always win, so I usually have to pay more attention to Fire Emblem. The auto player always does this dumb thing where it draws first, but that's way too easy. And just take control of it and draw last. It's way more fun this way, trust me. Very skillfully place your Hamsas onto the board, just take an extra turn, and there we go, the Shameful Surrender. Easiest game ever, to be honest. When going second with the deck, choosing to imitate a Daria list is a good idea. You can usually get people to surrender early, unless they're also playing Daria. And if they are, make sure you BM them as much as possible. The only downside to the deck is that playing cards early will let them know that you're not AFK, so you usually don't want to do that. It really doesn't matter what they play though, as long as you have Piercing Rune and Levi, since you can clear literally anything in the game, which is completely fair. Skipping through the boring mid-game again, nothing really happens, just Levi's trading off with each other and clearing each other's boards for free. Pretty boring stuff. All you care about doing at this point is drawing your win conditions like Hamsa and Flame and Glass. Just let the game play itself while you watch Netflix or something. Your opponent having playable cards is a 50% chance anyway. Either he does or doesn't, so it doesn't really matter if you're paying attention or not. If you notice out of the corner of your eye that your opponent drew into a sliver of hope, you can choose to release Duck Zodia and just win the game. All three combine to become 50% Hamsa, 50% Flame, and 50% Glass, but be really careful doing this because it makes your opponent's account explode from embarrassment. I only really do this against Daria players because they deserve it. They'll just reroll once or twice and have a full Daria deck again anyway, it's no big deal. But that's all for me today, you guys. That's the best deck in Shadowverse. Make sure you tell everyone that I came up with it, mastered it, and showed it to you here today. Good luck and have fun. See you guys.